Good morning, this is Gracie Opulenza and I'm all about eccentric and opulent lifestyle. You can find out a lot more about me, gracieopulenza.com. And today I'm going to be talking about Salvatore Ferragamo, costume jewellery and charm bracelets and why buy them, how to wear them, and why buy vintage charm bracelets. I own a blog called vintagestyleclothing.com. You can read in detail about this gorgeous 1980s Salvatore Ferragamo. First of all, how can you identify that it's actually the brand? There is so many fake imitations out there. Now, first of all, 1980s 22 karat gold plated costume jewelry has a distinct colour gold to it, because I also have lots of Yves Saint Laurent 22 karat gold plated and they have the same colour. It's a really rich gold, a gold that looks vintage, a gold. Well, let's compare it to this Versace. Can you see the difference? This is a lot more modern, but the gold quality is completely different. It doesn't chip. I find that gold-plated can wear and it chips. But anything in the 1980s, including my Yves Saint Laurent, which I could get out, it doesn't chip, it doesn't discolour, and it looks amazing. And I've got a bracelet of Yves Saint Laurent that I've been wearing over and over for years, really not treating it that well because I loved it. And it faded a bit, but I can tell you, this Versace, I love it, but it's dinted, it scratches easily. This will come off very, very quickly within a year of everyday use. And that's why I've got to be a lot more careful with it, opposed to this Salvatore Ferragamo charm bracelet. I think charm bracelets are underrated. I think they look incredibly elegant. I wore this at a cafe in Tuscany, and especially the women in their 50s and 60s, they could not keep their eyes off it because it stands out. It looks quality. It's a distinct style. It's a unique style. And they're rare and they're hard to come to find. Now, when it comes to buying something, you buy because you love it. For me, anything vintagestyleclothing.com, anything that I buy vintage, I'm buying it not to make money, not to sell, because I really, really love it. I'll give you a comparison of my 1980s Yves Saint Laurent bracelet. One moment. Have a look at this. This is 1980s. I had beautiful, another necklace. Someone stole it. But look, can you see this is 22 karat gold? Sorry. Yves Saint Laurent. And you can really tell a 1980s Yves Saint Laurent will look like this and will have it engraved into the love heart. I've got lots of this. Look at the quality of this 1980s. It's gorgeous. It looks wonderful, right? There's something about the 1980s vintage luxury at that time. They were obviously always influenced and copied each other, but just look at the distinct difference. They're really heavy as well. They're not like today's jewelry or costume jewelry, which is pretty, well, I call it junk jewelry, but this is proper vintage costume jewelry, and it looks amazing on. So how can you also tell that it's real? Or buying it from someone that you know and trust. Then within each shoe, it's really hard to tell. It has, again, engraved. I find in the 1980s, they engraved the, can you see there on the right? They engraved things. And there are charm bracelets that I see at Arezzo Vintage Market. You can check on my YouTube. Just put in Arezzo. And I can really, you can really tell the difference of a vintage and not. And each shoe has the charm on it. It's absolutely heavy, gorgeous. It looks amazing. And then it has a beautiful glass clip. Then we've got there the brand. And really well made, put together. I mean, I could take this now to my place in Vietnam and they can replicate this, and I might get it done all in silver or just a lightweight material. Really depends. But just look at the detail of these. I think charm bracelets are really underrated. I rarely see people wearing them. Pandora. I get it. But the Pandora is no way going to be this quality, and I find them expensive as well. But each to their own. Like, look at each of the shoes. Aren't they just the detail? Look how adorable that is. Each one has the label on it. And when I'm in Florence, I can go in there and just get this verified. But I know it's the original. I mean, if it happened to be a fake, it's a damn pretty good one. But as I stated, the 1980s 22 karat gold plated has a distinct, really rich gold plated colour to it. And then here's the Yves Saint Laurent. Very equal. Again, this is 1980s 22 karat gold plated, and you know, and it lasts forever and it looks fantastic. So share your charm bracelet tips. Look, for this, a sleeveless dress, gorgeous. You want the bracelet to do the talking. And as I said, I walked around. Don't drive in it. This is a real special piece that you will wear going to the opera, going to I wouldn't even wear it as a cocktail party, to an event where you're basically standing and you're sitting, you're not even drinking or eating much, and maybe an event that's just an hour. I'd wear this at one of my presentations. That would be fantastic, because when you're presenting something, especially in the world of the blogosphere, or influence, or even tips on how can you remember someone, wearing something like this, I'd wear it in an interview as well, because it could be the game changer between getting the job, getting the audition or not. I would also wear it just as you're trying to upgrade yourself onto a business or to a first class, because stewardess, people checking you in, they always look at people wearing designer items, and normally when you're on your own. So that is my tip. Charm bracelets. Share your top luxury brands of charm bracelets. I can tell you Dolce & Gabbana doesn't have quality like this, nor does Versace, right? They would have had it, and Gucci, in the 1980s, but this is much more recent. And this, I've got to be very careful with it. I adore it, but I couldn't wear it every day, all day. It'll just get ruined. This 22 karat gold plated costume, this was proper vintage costume. And if you do get your hands on it, and if you can afford it, and it really depends who you're talking to, they can command 300, 400, 500, 600 euro, even more. It really depends who you find, where you're at. Isn't it just adorable? Let's just have a look again. The detail, look at that, and here, and this, and beautiful gift, and it really defines who I am, a lover of costume jewelry and shoes.